First senior meeting between Ghana and Switzerland. For Murat Yakin, the Swiss boss, in the cap there. Again, an exciting time for him after he took over from Vladimir Petkovic. Eduardo taking over from Milovan Krajevic earlier on in the year. So it's the Swiss playing right to left to get us underway in this last friendly game before the World Cup finals for these two sides. You can see there's plenty of empty seats in the stadium, as you'd expect for a game like this before the World Cup finals. The supporters generally making their way to Qatar for those opening games next week. But there are supporters for both sides on the near side in the shade. They've been making plenty of noise in the 15 or 20 minutes before kickoff. Here's Ere Kummer playing alongside Fabian Schär of Newcastle United. Here is Schär, part of that Swiss defence. Kummer playing his football at Valencia these days. Ruben Vargas. That need to avoid injury and also the searing heat might just dictate the way this game is played and the pace that the game is played at. Vargas giving the ball inside to Zakaria. Good, powerful run forward from Denis Zakaria, but he's been dispossessed. And Daniel Barnier. Up by Tariq Lamptey, who's such an exciting player. Lamptey playing his football with Brighton and Hove Albion. Just looking to dictate matters from the technical area there, just organising his side. Picked up there by Jordan Ayew. Daniel Amartey to Lamptey, who's been closed down by Vargas. Managed to get the pass away, Tariq Lamptey. Now Ruben Vargas again. Looking to go one way and then the other. Cut out though by Amarty of Leicester City. Vargas has seen plenty of the ball in the early part of this game, playing his football with FC Augsburg. Martin with that long ball forward, but it was easily dealt with by Scher. Scher playing alongside Manuel Akanji, part of that Swiss defence. Here's Vargas again. Zakaria. Akanji. Out to Sylvain Piedmar. Cormac now. Vargas, the first time ball forward. Real Embolo, real danger man for the Swiss. Dangerous ball across the 6-yard box, and it wasn't particularly well dealt with by the Ghanaian defence. Vidmar. Here is Sylvain Vidmar again. Shot from Zakaria's block, plenty of white shirts back, and foul there on the edge of the area. Free kick to Ghana, but that was the first real goal threat of the game. Lawrence Zigi didn't manage to take it in his possession as it was sent across in the edge of the 6-yard box. You can see a bit of a conversation going on there between Jordan Ayew and his goalkeeper. They got away with it. It stays 0-0. Ghana, who beat Nicaragua by 1-0 in their most recent international back at the end of September in Spain. Abdul Fatahu of Sporting Club de Portugal was the scorer of that goal in a game that was dominated by Ghana. They actually should have won by more than the one goal. Two Ayus combining on the far side, but dispossessed. Shaqiri just ran into a bit of traffic there, but he was fouled. Rahman was just a little over anxious to get at the ball there. The referee awarding the free kick to the Swiss. Jan Sommer in goal for Switzerland. There had been a slight doubt about him ahead of this game. He has a bit of a foot injury. They said the injury wasn't going to threaten his participation in the World Cup finals, but there was some speculation that he mightn't play today as Embolo chases this one down. Embolo, first time ball across, chance here for Vargas. Well, he'd be disappointed with that effort, Ruben Vargas. You can see Embolo timed his run to perfection. First time ball fell at the feet of Vargas, and that was a really poor effort from Ruben Vargas. Should have tested the goalkeeper. Another early opening for the Swiss. He'll be frustrated with that finish. Vargas has scored 4 times for the Swiss in the past. Switzerland come into this game off the back of some good form at the end of the Nations League. They beat Portugal, Spain and the Czech Republic in their last 3 games. Embolo has scored in the last 2 of those 3. It's a good turn by Daniel Barnier. Here's Elisha Owusu. Lampton. Very calmly done by Amarty. Samed plays it forward. Salih Samed, the number 21 for Ghana, making his senior debut in this game. Good ball forward there to find the run of Barnier. for Ian Summer in the end. Good run though, he timed it to perfection across the angle there between the two central defenders. Ghanaian supporters in the crowd making plenty of noise every time they get into the final third. Wearing the captain's armband, leaves it for Lamptey to take. Cleared away by Vidmar, but only straight up in the air. Eventually hooked clear by Remo Freuler. Sammy. Back to Samit again. Baba Rahman has continued his run down that left-hand side. Kanji, the covering defender. Well, Kanji has made 7 appearances for Manchester City this season. Not an easy team to get into, such as the depth of talent in that Manchester City squad. Ayew plays it out wide. Good pressure from the Swiss. Shaqiri forcing them to play it all the way back to Ziggy, the goalkeeper. Comer got his foot to it first and finds Vargas. See, the pitch is just putting up a little bit. It was watered quite extensively in the 15 minutes or so before kickoff. Vidmar, Freuler ahead of him. Kanji. Comer now. Here's Embolo again. Real Embolo earns the Swiss first corner kick of the game in the 10th minute. Off Leicester City's Daniel Amartey. Embolo is a real threat, though. Every time he gets possession of the ball, you expect him to do something good. Vargas with the corner kick. Hasn't been cleared properly. And Ziggy with the punch away. Lawrence Ziggy, the goalkeeper, who plays his football with St. Gallen in the Swiss League. Xhaka to Vargas. Vargas looking to go on the outside now. Can he deliver a cross? Dangerous ball into the area, cleared away by Amartey. Ghana, who will play Portugal, South Korea and Uruguay in their World Cup Group H. For the Swiss, it's Cameroon, Brazil and Serbia. It's a tough group. Switzerland find themselves in Group G. Sorry. Plays it out to Baba. And the offside flag is up against Andre Ayew. Well offside. Here they come again, Ghana, looking for an opening goal in this game, but this time Jordan Ayew is dispossessed. Freuler. Shaqiri, ambitious ball forward, but no real chance there for Zakaria. Salisu, Mohamed Salisu, plays his football with Southampton. Here he is. Amartey one player in the Ghanaian starting 11 actually plays his football in Ghana. That is the number 13, Daniel Afriye Barnier. Plays with Hearts of Oak in Ghana, but the vast majority of the squad playing their football around Europe, in England, in France, Switzerland, Belgium. Iñaki Williams, of course, playing with Athletic Bilbao in Spain. Andre Ayew, nowadays the captain, plays his football with Al Saad in Qatar. Xhaka. Seems to be a problem with the football. Referee Ahmed Isha just testing it there, making sure it's okay. They're going to replace it. Zakaria on loan at Chelsea from Juventus. Here he is, the 25-year-old. Good squad, the Swiss team. They are in a difficult group, as I was saying, but if they were to come out of that group, they might have hopes of progressing. The best Switzerland have ever done in the World Cup finals is to reach the quarter-finals, and that's a long time ago. Back in the 1930s, they did it twice. They have reached the round of 16 in recent World Cups, most recently in Russia. Here's ball forward from Shaqiri, comfortably dealt with by Baba. Owusu confidently played across to Tariq Lamptey. Shaqiri working hard to put a bit of pressure on the Ghanaian defender, so they go back to the goalkeeper. The importance of this game in terms of acclimatizing for the players to play in this kind of heat is important, as Ghana send the ball into the middle. It's comfortably dealt with by Fabian Schär. Kick-off time, 2 o'clock local time in Abu Dhabi. It's been warm and sunny all day. Knock it out there by Barnier, back to Lamptey. For 15 minutes, 16 minutes into the game, Ghana haven't really threatened Jan Sommer's goal. Switzerland have had a couple of dangerous balls into the Ghanaian area, which have caused 1 or 2 problems, but again, Ziggy hasn't had a huge amount of work to do. Samed. Lamptey, lovely first touch there from Tariq Lamptey, and he's very quick in this sort of situation. Nice play. The 22-year-old who's born in London, of Ghanaian descent, and proudly representing Ghana. Owusu plays his football with Ghent in Belgium. Salisu. Ayew. Sending one forward, a difficult one for Iñaki Williams to do anything with. Embolo just unable to keep that in play. Marty with the quick throw in. Wusu sends it across to Mohamed Salisu. Baba Rahman. Martin trying to slide one forward, but Cher is there for the Swiss. Comer. Cher again as they look to build from the back. Here's Vargas once more. Zakaria, tall figure. Dennis Zakaria, the heart of that Swiss midfield. Disappointing ball forward there. Jordan Ayew goes astray, picked up by Sylvain Widmer. Widmer again. Going to slip one in behind for Embolo to run onto, but Salisu alive to the danger. Nicely laid off to Lamptey there. Ayew. Jordan Ayew, that is. And the referee did well, I think, there to allow play continue initially. Eventually awards the free kick as Williams goes down. Again, Comer just a little over-eager to get out the ball. The two players there who play their football in La Liga clashing, Comer and Williams. Baba plays it forward. Cher seemed to be pulling there, and the referee agrees a free kick has been awarded. Free, Bernier going down. So at the 20-minute mark, a free kick to Ghana in a pretty good position here. Been a 50-50 there maybe between the two, but Cher has been penalised. Sommer has organised his defence. Quite a high line from the Swiss here for this free kick. Cher got his head to it. Williams is there though. I think Williams was hoping that that ball might go out for a corner kick, but it's been well kept in play by Zakaria. Comer to Sommer, who's been closed down, stayed very calm, the goalkeeper there. Nicely played out of defence, and Shaqiri now on the counter-attack for the Swiss. Sheridan Shaqiri breaks for Xhaka towards the back post, will be kept in play by Shaqiri, and it's out for a corner. Well, they turned defence into attack. Good style there, the Swiss. When you have players like Shaqiri and Xhaka, very skillful players. Shaqiri certainly has some magic in the boots, and he's going to take this corner kick. Good delivery again, the keeper opting to punch clear. Owusu. Ayew just beaten to it there by Freuler. Important touch from Remo Freuler, the Nottingham Forest midfielder. So midway through the first half, no goals. Probably more threat from the Swiss side. Andre Ayew switching the play out to that left-hand side. Jordan Ayew now, shooting opportunity straight into the arms of Sommer. Just didn't get enough power into the shot. The Crystal Palace player, Jordan Ayew. Easy save for Sommer. Here's Andre Ayew now. Barnier into the area, he went down there, Barnier, but Comer didn't commit a foul, says the referee. Play on. Comer just stood his ground here. Never a penalty, despite the howls from the Ghanaian supporters. Well, having said that, looking at that replay, maybe the Ghanaians had a shout for a penalty kick there. Referee Ahmed Issa from the United Arab Emirates deemed that no foul was committed. No VAR for this game. Well, a water break midway through the half now for the two teams on what is a very warm afternoon. Well, Comer might just think himself a little fortunate. I must say, on initial viewing, I didn't think that was a penalty kick, but when you looked at the replays, the Ghanaians might feel a little hard done by. Switzerland, who topped their Group C in World Cup qualification ahead of Italy. Italy, of course, not going to Qatar. Northern Ireland were third in that group, Bulgaria fourth and Lithuania fifth. Very good qualification campaign for the Swiss. And was there contact there? This is a good angle. Well, the more I see it, the more I think Ghana should have had a penalty. Switzerland got away with one there. Ghanaians who qualified for the World Cup finals, beating Nigeria. Bit of a surprise, actually. I think most people have expected that Nigeria would win that two-legged qualifier, but Ghana won on away goals. A lot of people are really looking forward to the game between Ghana and Uruguay on the 2nd of December. For those of you with long memories, back in 2010 in the World Cup quarterfinals, Ghana were about to beat Uruguay in extra time. The last kick of the game, almost in extra time, a header going towards the goal, and Luis Suarez handled the ball on the goal line to prevent the goal and prevent Ghana from going through. Suarez, of course, was sent off. The game went to penalty kicks. Uruguay eventually going through after Asamoah Gyan missed the penalty that resulted from Suarez handball. Terrible moment for Asamoah Gyan. One he'll never forget from that day in Johannesburg. But really, Ghana should have gone through, but for that Suarez handball. One of the most standout moments in World Cup history, I suppose, in recent years. So Ghana went out at the quarter-final stage in 2010. That's the best they've done in the World Cup. In 2006 they reached the round of 16. Otto Addo was actually in their squad as a player back in 06, eventually going out to Brazil, and in 2014 they went out in the group stage. Portugal were in their group in 2014 as well. They'll face Portugal again next Thursday. That should be easy for Gomer, back to his goalkeeper, Sommer. Going forward, just ran into a bit of a roadblock there. Scher is just having a little word with him. He didn't appreciate that pass. Fabian Scher got there to make the clearance, but it was a close one. Here's a Martin. Now Xhaka. Oh, it's a lovely ball from Xhaka, nearly perfect. The goalkeeper quickly off his line to avert the danger. Ziggy did well there. Beautifully timed run from Freuler. Nearly a perfect pass from Granit Xhaka. Goalkeeper did very well. Referee awards the free kick to Switzerland. They get on with it quickly, finds Ruben Vargas. Kanji to Vidmar. Xhaka starting to get more involved now. Xhaka, here's Shaqiri. You know what he can do with that left boot of his from that sort of position, but a good challenge. A really good challenge from Ayew. And suddenly Ghana turned defence into attack. 4 players in white jerseys forward. One of them was Williams. Comet was there to make the clearance. Half an hour in, first corner of the game to Ghana. Iñaki Williams there has a couple of caps for Ghana now. Played for Spain against Bosnia back in 2016. But made the switch. He said that his grandfather was an influence in his decision to switch to Ghana. Made his debut in the friendly against Brazil back in September. Still looking for his first senior goal for Ghana. Nice to get one here before the World Cup finals next week. Williams right in the middle of that 6-yard box, just in front of the goalkeeper there. Oof, and his header goes just wide. It's a lovely in-swinging delivery. Vidmar didn't jump. Just did enough to put Iñaki Williams off. Couldn't get enough purchase on the header, and 0-0 it stays. Fabian Scher having a great season with Newcastle, of course. That's a lovely ball forward from Scher to find Vidmar. Baba is the covering defender. Swiss with plenty of players in the Ghanaian half of the field. Xhaka opens the play out to Vargas. Towards the back post from Vargas and headed away by Baba Rahman for another Swiss corner. Shaqiri makes his way over to take this. That little pothole there, probably not ideal for his run-up. This time the keeper catches it. Safe pair of hands from Lawrence Seagy there. Shaqiri, of course, playing his football nowadays with Chicago Fire in the MLS in America. What a career he's had, though. Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Liverpool, Lyon. Special player. The offside flag is going to go up again as Williams just mistimed his run. Just needed the ball played a fraction earlier. Given the circumstances of this game, the heat, and the fact that it's only a week away from the World Cup opener, I think come half-time we can expect some wholesale changes both sides. Come up with the long ball forward, but that's easily cleared by Salisu. And then a foul by Embolo. 7 goals he scored so far for Monaco in Liga this season. Breel Embolo. Just a little nudge, enough for the referee to blow for the free kick. Says play on as Arusha comes away with the ball. Comer with the clearance there. Arusha missed the volley. Lamptey then with an ambitious effort from a long way out, but well off target. You can see why you might have been tempted to have a go, Terry Lamptey, but he's going to have to wait a while for his first goal for Ghana. Zakaria back to Comer. Akanji. Xhaka let it run through to Embolo. Vargas now. Embolo looks to go on the outside. Vargas instead opts to go inside. Good break for Embolo here. Dangerous ball. Freuler just couldn't get clean contact on it. There's a clever little lob to the back post from Embolo. Freuler off target in the end. Substitutes, by the way, sitting up in the stand in the shade. So many of them, they wouldn't all fit on the bench there. Here's Zakaria. Again, just trying to slide one through. Xhaka to Shaqiri. Well defended by Salisu. Ball is going to put out of play just to allow for some treatment here. Of course, every time a player goes down in a situation like this just before the World Cup finals, there's always a slightly nervous moment for those on the bench. I don't think this is serious, though. It's just a collision between the two players there, Salisu and Freuler. Freuler catching the arm of Salisu as he ran through, but he's okay, back up on his feet already. No damage done. get the sense, though, that even with the break for some liquids midway through the half, the heat is taking a bit of a toll on the players here in terms of the pace of the game. One or two already starting to look just a little leggy, only 37 minutes into the match. The ball inside to Owusu. Now lots of space for Balarahman to run into. Diagonal ball across towards Barnier. Can he keep it in? Just about. Lamptey is there in support. Tariq Lamptey's ball into the area, easily cleared away though by Comer. Embolo is quickly onto it. Seven minutes to go before half-time. Embolo getting rid of that other ball to allow for the throw-in to be taken. Breel Embolo has 11 goals in his 58 appearances for Switzerland. Scored 3 in that World Cup qualification group. No Ricardo Rodriguez in the Switzerland team today. He'd normally be operating down the left flank. Just has a slight muscle issue. It's a good ball forward. The offside flag though. Up against Shaqiri. Shaqiri himself was a slight doubt for this match. He has blisters in his foot. But obviously okay to play. The referee's assistant got that just right. The most recent tournament, of course, Switzerland got to the quarter-finals of the Euro 2020 finals, eventually going out in a penalty shootout against Spain. Daniel Scher, Akanji and Vargas all missed penalties in that penalty shootout against the Spaniards. Owusu. Back to Ayew. Cleverly played through there to Samed. Cross towards the back post is over everybody though. Easy clearance for Vargas. Vargas working hard as well, doing his defensive duties to win the ball back for Switzerland. Xhaka caught in possession there in the centre of the pitch. Andre Ayew. You can see though, 5 minutes before half-time, the game being played pretty much at a walking pace. Oh, a little spurt of energy from the players, but very draining conditions. Jordan Ayew now. Ball towards the back post there from Jordan Ayew, but Widmer got his head to it. Back to his goalkeeper Jan Sommer. Sommer who's playing his football nowadays with Borussia Mönchengladbach, as he has done for several years now. Embolo dispossessed, and Embolo committing the foul. Jordan Ayew did well there for Ghana. Embolo, who was actually born in Cameroon, family moved to Switzerland. He's representing Switzerland, but it'll be interesting. Their opening game obviously is against the nation of his birth, Cameroon. It'll be an interesting one for Embolo next Thursday. So Ayew standing over the ball. Good delivery. Oh, the shot just off target. And that was not too far away from Mohamed Salisu. It was an inviting ball from Jordan Ayew. Salisu got away from his marker. Offside flag stayed down. Embolo will be a little bit relieved that didn't go in, because he was the one who was marking Mohamed Salisu. Probably Ghana's best chance of the game, just a couple of minutes before half-time. Akanji now. Shaqiri, loose pass from Jordan Shaqiri. Don't say that too often. Sure, with the situation under control for the Swiss there. Gets it back from Xhaka. Granit Xhaka, of course, having a great season with Arsenal. His Gunners teammate, Thomas Partey, is on the bench for Ghana this afternoon. Xhaka quickly got the pass away to Akanji. Now Shaqiri. Lovely football this from the Swiss. Is it going to result in a goal? Not quite. Not yet. Eventually it's cleared away by Ayew. Lovely precision football on the edge of the area from Switzerland there. Presence of Lamptey just enough to put Embolo off, and the chance was gone. Freuler might have been better off to have a go himself. Good opportunity for Switzerland though, just before half-time. Here's Xhaka. Spots the run of Vargas, who just can't get on the end of that pass. Ghana relieved to see that ball go out of play for a goal kick. Again, it was nearly a very, very good ball from Granit Xhaka. The referee just tells Jiggy to get on with it, and there is the half-time whistle at the Sheikh Zayed Sports City in Abu Dhabi. At half-time, Ghana 0, Switzerland 0. The Swiss probably were just the best chances of the game, although late on there, Mohamed Salisu had a wonderful opportunity for Ghana, which he skied wide. Switzerland, though, have tested Jiggy a little more. But at the half-time break, Ghana 0, Switzerland 0. And we'll be back with the second half.
Enjoy digital life.
The big party. The missed teams. The amazing superstars. The loyal fans. Are you ready?
Oh, fantastic! Oh, it's wonderful! Oh, what a brilliant goal!
defense to defend. Until we say game no bondi, Obia tries to be one. But me who say Obi Chichen Juana say Obi Pesod in Hobison. I see say Obia no Obia so one in Yankon. We call waiting the cover.
Right, we got a couple of the fans at Circle, and they are actually enjoying the coverage of the match on Max TV. Let's listen to them.
Mimi side, you say, Pateni Kudus Bammerford now. We are okay with this squad starting today.
Now, Daniel Free Bani or a local player, and they were starting. Ocean Oten.
Because this is the time I was saying, yeah, mom, a chance. Once on one start here and saying, or be a crime on Mamma Canu, yet Yomubua, Umbeyadiano. But say, for moon 2 more. Yahuni, almost some war, Omu, Yamamuha. And the Banya dear, Ukrainian, Yan shall go a mum dear, but me to my satisfaction, dear. Why are dear?
Now, infinite stages of an airway never cause our Babashe game. It's a game now, and nobody in common. So we'll be speaking to a lot more fans here. There are lots of people here who will be coming so that we talk to them. I have other fans who are coming. It's been a very interesting game. First half, goalless. Wakasa game that was saying.
No, Miami say first half Nanka blaster bet to Mianya go. But being with Daniel Free Banner, what prove say like why ready say Obebo Black Star because so the players to make tournament say no more chance. Obiso about local league no sube miano at least. Say Obeya dear say bet to me no sooner friend. But with this squad, no my idea, to be honest, my idea pa.
And the infinite stage we now watch the buy a farm park and the unya you game now you know Bekasa. So the other people here are ready to talk to us. I mean everyone is excited about what they've seen in the first half. Goalless, you share go but I said when you Japan.
Papa I need it and can want some crowd I mean to Mkawa. Born in a born dear. You hear go just no born the Yapasi young with a boys and or more born. They will say ending here. Go in the win here but yes is ya. No born any here pa.
It is squad now. I hear Otuado select here 26 no. And why you correct?
Oh, 26 man squad no. 100%. Why you man? Papa we be and especially free banya there. Wama has for Nyaji. Then again in Nyaji.
Okay, even say me for we ma na Efa Kofi. Interior game now. You made him come on. I mean everyone wants to talk to Max TV because the game has been interesting so far. I have another fan here. Ubashebi, first half 0-0 you go but I say feeling that we have no eso.
Pacho, the Mimi can say, born in the Ghana, we are just, praying, say, you bet me and go. Because the first half, we have some chances. At the day, Ayo and his brother, they all do everything. But me, the American say, the Thomas party, started for the first half. But Kuchado, we are just praying, say, after the second half, you put Kuchado, you put Yamin to there. Because Ghana, in here, best 4 goals. So still we are praying because the last first half we get some pull out to score that goal, but we made that great mistake. We are praying say I made that second half go female camp. So that's what I want to tell.
Intiko now Infinix Day actually Bemau yeah the way NMO so fako now you real game now you Bekasa. So it's the Black Stars fans diary. Today we've made a stop at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, exactly where the monument is, and I have this beautiful lady from Infinix, right? Itel, sorry. You also watch the game. What do you make of the first half?
So I like the way Ghana is playing today. Today there is no kind of like any hard feelings we have for Ghana. Ghana is really playing very well, and I'm really happy. And I know definitely if we try harder, we could actually score or win this game because my heart is inside. This one, dear.
This one, your heart is inside.
my heart is inside.
So how many goals do you think Ghana can score in the second?
Ghana should score at least 2-0. It's fine now.
Thanks for speaking to us. She says that Ghana should score at least 2 goals in the second half. So we'll see how that one goes. Maybe Coach Otuado will make some changes. I have another fan here with me. Jawaba Beshebi. First half, no goalless. Who game this?
Oh, born in the Ghana for the center coach. I'm on board. Fine. Media minister. First squad no mabano. Second squad no mabano. So no. You say Bibia be cool. Soccer no mabano. Mabano sa. Minister second half was the same squad no mabano. On professional boss. No. Body there for them formation. Kosono. Minister another squad so mabano. You mama Bibia be koso. But me was sure say second half on here. You be winning. You be sure go.
The second half, you better go. Sana, can't call. Yeah, Infinix. Watch the man. We must say we man now. So for the game now, we would have a lengthy discussion on what happened. You've heard from Ghanaians; they are very optimistic.
And thanks so much, Mutala, for bringing us some of the interviews from the fans. But coach, your quick thoughts on what happened in the first half?
Great team performance, and I'm impressed. I mean, defense line has been very good. We are giving the switch difficult times to penetrate. Yes, one or two instances they've been able to, but I think I'm impressed with the defense line. Milford pack play, I think I'm also good with it. I mean, Salis, and then you talk of, I mean, let's just watch the runs of Efie Banye just into the space. And that is what I love about strikers. Move into space where without the ball.
That's
I mean,
very intelligent.
The pass
from
from
a local
Milford,
player.
just watch the pass from Milford. And you see, anytime there's a pocket of space and the ball goes there, you see a Ghanaian player in that space. And that's very beautiful. Watch this movement. This is clearly something they've been taught at training, and I think it is being shown. In as much that the Switch are also trying to be very decisive in midfield, Ghana has been very impressive. I mean, the midfield play. And one thing is that we have more players behind the ball when we lose possession. Quickly we lose possession, we try to regain possession. And it has been brilliant. And for me, Efie Banye has made a good statement for himself and, of course, the home-based players. I mean, we've been talking about Efie Banye. Give the home-based players opportunity. You invite them, you don't allow them to play. So how do you see how they can play? And I think he has made a case for himself. We should have been up by at least one. I think Efie Banye had a penalty, and this was it. He stepped on the foot of Efie Banye. But at least, hey, if it had been them, the referee would have definitely go for a VAR. But I think it was a clear penalty, and we deserve should have been up by now. Yeah.
John, not a penalty.
Yeah, 18 box here. No matter what is touching the Palquambia, so the panel fall down there, you have to be a penalty. But I say it was quick. The referee I said I never ban but me feel like penalty.
But right, now Kabibi.
Yeah, I'm saying the guy did very well. He did very well. Cut in with the penalty box.
Wow.
And create this kind of penalty. It's good. He did very well.
Okay, the guys are ready on the pitch for the second half of the game, and so let's join the feet and enjoy the rest of the match.
Obviously a combination of the heat, but also just a week away from the World Cup opener for these two sides. Remember, next Thursday, Ghana in action against Portugal, and Switzerland will play Cameroon. Referee Ahmed Issa gets the second half underway. We'll go through the changes as they're confirmed. Don't play forward then towards Ayu. Couldn't keep it in play. To take this throw in for Switzerland. Just 3:10 in the afternoon local time in Abu Dhabi. Still very warm for the players. Shaqiri feeds it back to Comer. Fabian Scher. Another of the substitutes for Akanji in this second half. Chance here for Switzerland, but the chance is denied by the offside flag. Disappointment there for Okafor. Just offside. Searching for first goal of the game. Door into the area. Full back goes behind everybody. Switzerland can come away through Abisher. Shaqiri. Vargas. Betty for Shaqiri. Nice first touch from Shaqiri. And a chance here for Okafor. Oh, just over the top. Noah Okafor, who plays his football with Red Bull Salzburg, close to opening the scoring there. Lovely weight on that pass from Shaqiri. Nice turn inside from Okafor. The shot though just too high. Good play from Switzerland. That's as close probably as they've come to a goal in this match. Salisu. Baba Rahman. Here's Ayu. Baba had continued his run. Free kick has been awarded for that challenge. Xhaka. Just caught his left boot there. Eager from Burnley, a free kick awarded, but again, it's one of those ones where everybody in the Swiss camp gets a little nervous when a player picks up a knock like that. Betty gets it back from Bidmar. Bidmar again. Shaqiri.
Come on, let's go.
Back to Veddy. Comer. Back to Jan Sommer as well outside his area as Switzerland to put a bit of pressure on. 5 minutes into this second half. Confirming the 3 players who went off at the break, as I mentioned, Akanji, Freuler, Lindelof. And Betty, the 3 players who've come on. Freuler was warming up as well. You might see him. So he came fairly soon. Nice turn inside there from Baba Rahman, the player who plays his football with Reading, on loan from Chelsea. Ayu now. Jordan Ayu able to hold off that initial challenge. Cutting out the through ball there from Lamptey. So Nico Elberi, teammate of Jan Sommer, Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga, to Abischer, who plays his football with Bologna. Forward man. 4 players in the middle for Switzerland here. Ghana with plenty of players back as well. One of those was Daniel Amarty, who made that clearance, as well as Williams. Williams again, just about kept in play by Lamptey. Rusu to Williams again. No changes for Ghana at half time, by the way. I'm sure we'll see some probably in the next 10 minutes or so. Xhaka. So down to that left-hand side, and again, well cut out by Lamptey as he's driving forward there. Tariq Lamptey fouled by Okafor. Two 22-year-olds. Clear foul by Noah Okafor. And a free kick to Ghana. Lamptey does offer you that pace on the right-hand side. Seen it used to good effect in the shirt of Brighton as well. Samit did well there. The ball forward was wasteful. Salih Samit making his debut. Here's Comer. Granit Xhaka makes himself available. Elvedi to Vidmar. Good build of play again from the Swiss, but again good pressure from Ghana as well. Salisu has been penalised. He doesn't agree with that decision. Big man Mohamed Salisu. With the ambitious effort, but too many men back in white shirts there for Ghana. Here's Granit Xhaka. Gets it back from Zakaria. Abisher. Back to Shaqiri. Oh, what a great cross that was from Shaqiri. Well defended by Ghana. Ayew. Owusu to the other Ayew, Jordan Ayew. Salisu. Amarte to Lamptey. Ghana keeping possession. Diagonal ball from Salisu. Comer is there for the Swiss. The offside flag goes up to deny Daniel Barnier. Again, you can see the referee's assistant was quite correct. Zakaria. Back to Fabian Schär. 72 caps he has now for Switzerland. This is 73rd. Schär. Okafor being held up. Could still be a chance here for the Swiss, but that's easy. For Daniel Amarte to clear. And here's Williams. Michael Williams goes on the outside of Schär. He's three players to aim at in the middle. Just put it too far ahead of them all. Promising moment there for Ghana. Williams did very well for the Black Stars, but cross then just too far ahead of the three in-rushing players. Nice little turn of speed to get away from Schär in the first place. We'll see changes in the Ghanaian ranks fairly soon, I think. Some instructions being given to the subs on the near side. Press crossfield ball there to find Sylvan Vidmer. Xhaka clipping one forward, but that's easy for Salisu. Both sides, I think, finding it a little difficult to get into a rhythm into this game, given the changes in the Swiss ranks. 3 changes at half-time. I think possibly more importantly, the heat, the afternoon heat in Abu Dhabi is very testing for these players. Abisher across to Comer. Elvedi. Nice control from Shaqiri there. Just can't get the cross in though. Right now, here's Shaqiri once more. Abisher. It's Salisu with the block. Salisu claiming that the ball went out of Abisher there. The officials don't agree, so it'll be a 4th corner of the game for Switzerland. More defending for Ghana to do. Shaqiri again to swing this in left-footed. Pretty crowded 6-yard box. Dangerous ball there into the front of the 6-yard box, but well headed clear by the captain. Ayu. Foul by Vidmer. Relieves the pressure on Ghana. Vidmer, the first player to be booked for that rugby challenge. Don't see too many yellow cards usually in a friendly game like this. The referee didn't have much option there. Vidmer knew what he was doing. Confirmation of that yellow card as Owusu comes away for Ghana. Dangerous ball into the area, but again, the referee's whistle blows. Just offside there. Baba Rahman. So we're going to see a number of changes for Ghana now. Likewise for the Swiss, with Fasnacht coming in, Renato Stefan as well. So Vidmer is going off. Zakaria could be the other player being withdrawn by the Swiss. Kind of expected once we hit the hour mark that we'd see a lot of changes on the way. New faces coming in for Ghana as well. Antoine Semenyo there coming on. Kamal Soa is coming in for his debut. Number 24. As we see Jordan Ayew making his way off. A few new faces on either side. Just too far ahead of Vargas. Out of play it goes. 62 minutes on the clock. It's a good challenge by Gomer. Okafor with the layoff. It's going to go all the way back to Jan Sommer. Shaqiri. Not much movement up front for the Swiss as Elvedi takes possession here under pressure. Just manages to get the pass away. Fasnacht with his first touch trying to combine with Elvedi there. You can see the sweat-drenched jerseys for both teams. There's Fasnacht. Plays his football with young boys in Switzerland. Kamaldeen Sulemana, who is on, the Rennes footballer, number 22. Another of the players to have come in the last few moments at 20 years of age. Good prospect for the Ghanaians. Fabian Schär going off there to be replaced by Haris Seferovic, the former Benfica player. So it's a defender going off to be replaced by a striker. Just looked there as if Schär was slightly holding his leg as he came off, so they obviously aren't going to take any chances in a situation like that. Seferovic, 88 caps for the Swiss. Hugely experienced striker. Again, a bit of an issue with the football. Not for the first time in this game. The ball is going to have to be changed. Defended by Salisu. He showed good strength there. Did really well. And then Samet with the ball forward. And Sulemana. A nice crossfield ball from Sulemana, trying to open the play up to that far side to Soa. Couldn't bring it under control though. Kamal Soa, the number 24, who plays his club football with Club Brugge in Belgium. Comer. Soa was being put under pressure there, and actually was fouled, a couple of fouls there. I think Granit Xhaka is coming over to have his say as Comer goes down after that challenge. Another yellow card being issued, this time to the substitute Sulemana. I think Xhaka wasn't overly impressed with this challenge. Just late. Kamal Sulemana. Second player to be booked after Vidmar earlier on. Perhaps a little bit of youthful over-exuberance there from Sulemana. Caught Comer right on the ankle. That's a sore one. Good to see him back up on his feet. It's warm for the managers on the sidelines as well, as you can see from the sweat on the shirt there of Ado. A few grey hairs nowadays. Yakin, 48 years of age. I remember him as a wonderful player. Just going out of play on the far side. Switzerland midway through this second half, trying to open up this Ghanaian defence.
That's important. So the more you react, yeah, but then you shouldn't be like, oh, you touched me, and everybody's coming out from the game,
Uncompromising clearance there from Comer. Long, high, dropping ball. Good break here for Stefan. Renato Stefan. Shaqiri there in support. Back with Stefan. Shaqiri's cross deep into the box. Just can't get a shot away or a header on target. A chance now for Sulemana to take on Comer. Ayew. Sanet. Comer, perhaps just a little pull there on Semenyo. Here is Semenyo anyway. That's a good block by the defender, Ede Comer. Antoine Semenyo plays his football with Bristol City. This only his second cap for Ghana. I'd be looking to impress the manager here. Certainly did well to get in behind the defence there and earn a first corner of this second half for Ghana. Flicked on towards the back post. It's still there and the ball is in the net. Mohamed Salisu has opened the scoring for Ghana. Switzerland failed to clear the corner. 21 minutes from time, Ghana take the lead. Salisu had a wonderful chance in the first half, which he fired wide, but he was aware there in the area and managed to nod the ball home from close range. Just didn't deal with it, Switzerland, when the ball broke off Comer. Fell nicely for Mohamed Salisu. His first goal for Ghana. You'll always remember that. And leaves Ghana 1-0 up. 20 minutes to go. Ghana 1, Switzerland 0. Well, it's nice for the supporters who are in the ground, who've made the effort to come along to this game, to have a goal to celebrate. Of course, they'll be looking forward to those upcoming matches against Portugal, South Korea and Uruguay for the Black Stars. And the Swiss supporters, well, a little more glum perhaps. But when you have matches against Cameroon, Brazil and Serbia to look forward to in their group, Group G, in the World Cup, still an interesting few weeks ahead for them. But for Mohamed Salisu, that's a moment he will never forget. And Haris Seferovic, Noah Okafor et al. Get back into this game now for the Swiss. You don't want to go into a World Cup finals with a defeat on the record. Mohamed Salisu, Abdul Karim, to give him his name in full. The Southampton defender separating the sides at the moment. Quite a long stoppage after that goal. You can see almost 2 minutes. Be interesting to see if the referee adds that on at the end of the second half. At the end of the first half, despite a water break, he didn't add any time on to the 45. Abisha with the ball into the middle, comfortable for Ziggy. It's not a championship game or a competitive game in that sense of the word, so whether the referee does add the time on at the end or not, probably a moot point. Great noise from the small band of Ghanaian supporters in the ground in Abu Dhabi. It's a feature, of course, of the African nations when they play at World Cups. Their supporters are always wonderful. They bring so much colour and joy and noise to the stadia. That's good strength there from Semenyo. Not a bad ball as well for Sulemana to run onto. Here is Sulemana as Ghana come looking for a second goal. It's going to break for Semenyo, and it's 2-0. Ghana with 2 quick goals. Antoine Semenyo with his first goal for Ghana. Really good break by the Ghanaians. Semenyo and then Sulemana into the area. Not too much that Jan Sommer could do. He came out to make the challenge on Sulemana when the ball broke for Semenyo. He took his goal. Well, good pace here from Sulemana. Got away from Fasnacht. Rebounded off Sommer. It fell perfectly for Semenyo. All from a kick out at the other end. Misread by Comer. Sulemana had the pace to get away there from Fasnacht. Goalkeeper was down bravely. That's a good finish from Semenyo. 16 minutes from time in Abu Dhabi. It's now Ghana 2, Switzerland 0. A bit like Salisu for Semenyo. That's a goal that he will never forget. And it can certainly give the Ghanaians great heart going into their opening game against Portugal next Thursday. It's obviously going to be a tough game for them. Switzerland will be a bit disappointed, having been the better team really in the first half in terms of chances created. Here's Seferovic, just couldn't get the shot away. Haris Seferovic, lovely first touch by the Swiss number 9, now playing his football with Galatasaray in Turkey. Great control. Salisu did just enough to make life difficult for Seferovic there. Joseph Aidu is about to come on for Ghana. Plays his football with Celta Vigo. Defender replacing Salisu, the opening goal scorer. Job done for Mohamed Salisu. This is that goal. Aidu is now on to replace him at the heart of that Ghanaian defence. 13 minutes from time, a 2-goal lead to defend. From Murat Yaking's point of view, it'll be disappointing if Switzerland do lose this game after 3 very good wins in their last 3 games before this, but I think they will point to the number of changes that they've made in the second half. It's somewhat broken their rhythm. I know it's giving players game time, but in terms of actually trying to win this game as a contest, all those substitutions probably haven't helped in some respects. Having said that, Ghana have made a good few substitutions themselves in the second half. One of those subs, Antoine Semenyo, with that goal to make it 2-0. Given that it's a friendly game, pretty much unlimited substitutions. Amadou Seydou is about to come on for Ghana. Another change for them on the way pretty shortly. Breaks the rhythm of the game a little bit as well. Tariq Lamptey is the player to make way. Difficult for a team who's 2-0 down and trying to work themselves back into a match when there's this consistent flow of stoppages for substitutions. So Seydou, the 22-year-old, is on to replace Lamptey. With the flick on there. That's Arbiter's header. Tidied up in the end by Abedi. Zakaria then playing in that defence after Sarah went off. Fans are loving this. Sulemana doing well there to get the pass away to the recently arrived Seydou. Samed goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Shigi. Back to his goalkeeper, Ziggy. Comer this time taking control of that long ball from the goalkeeper. Here's Zakaria. Xhaka up before, trying to send it out to Stefan on the far side. Didn't work out though. Here's Seydou. Will do for Ghana into the last 9 minutes of this match. Seydou trying to steal a yard or two. You can see the shadows just starting to come across the pitch now. Goal that Lawrence Ziggy is defending. And the shadow starting to come across. Semenyo back to Ayew. Ghana playing with a degree of confidence now that we maybe didn't see in the first half. Sulemana, Ayew, Andre Ayew with the layoff there. Clear, number 8 in possession. Brings the ball post, and Fasnacht with the header away. Here's Chiera again. The shot, just off target. Not a bad effort from Daniel Chiera. Newly arrived from Freiburg. Chiera, whose mum is German, his dad Ghanaian. Not too far away there. Certainly Otto will be really pleased with this second half performance by the Ghanaian team. 2 goals, and they have looked much more threatening in this second 45 minutes. Switzerland haven't really been at the races in this second half. Here's Shaqiri. Nice ball forward from Shaqiri that time. Seferovic is in the middle if he can be found. Before battling away to try and make space for the cross. Comert's ball into the area that time. Stefan should be able to keep that in play, and he has done. It's too high for Seferovic, and Ziggy again with the punch clear. Just collided with his own player there, Baba Rahman. Thrown for a corner. Towards the back post, well defended again. This time it's Daniel Chiera with the header away. Stefan. Elvedi. Stefan again. Nico Elvedi. Zakaria. Abasher. Send it out to Shaqiri. Here is Michel Abasher again. Semenya doing enough there just to put Comert off a bit. Zakaria having to go back to collect possession. No way through there. I do with the intercept for Ghana. 5 minutes from time. Ghana 2-0 up in Abu Dhabi against Switzerland. This is the last friendly for these two teams before the serious action of the World Cup finals gets underway next week for these two sides. Lovely bit of control there from Semenya, who's done very well since he came on, apart from the goal that he scored. He's asked a few questions of the Swiss defence. Fouled that time by Abasher. I didn't expect Andre Ayew to play this many minutes in this game. Turns 33 next month. The Ghanaian captain. Chiera. Ayew. Rahman. Side. Free kick to Ghana for that foul by Renato Stefan. Well, Stefan was complaining to the referee, but I think you can see from that replay the match official got it right. Chiera. And the Portuguese party, I'm sure, will be having a close look at this game, monitoring their opponents in that opening game next Thursday. Ghana have shown that they're capable opponents, that's for sure, for anybody. They do still have some top players still to come back in, the likes of Thomas Partey, Gideon Mensah as well. Not forgetting Mohamed Kudus, who I think has the potential to be one of the real star players for Ghana at the World Cup finals, assuming he's fit and well. Seydou just forcing Stefan back, a misplaced pass, and another chance for Ghana here. Potential third goal. This time it's a good save by Summer to deny Sulemana, but Semenyo is there. Soa. Back with Soa again. Side now. Eventually they'll go back. That was a really good chance for a third goal. Seydou making a good run on the far side. He's been spotted as well. He's onside, Seydou, in the area, and again forcing Summer into the save. It's really good football from Ghana. They've been much more switched on in this second half than the Swiss have. It's a couple of good saves in quick succession from Jan Sommer. Just a sloppy pass, putting themselves under pressure. A perfectly timed run there from Sulemana. A good strike, a good save from Sommer too. He hit it crisply, Kamal Sulemana. Sommer then forced into the save just moments later as well. Guerra. Fasnacht with the header away. Lovely spot there, the run of Seydou. Just took him a moment to get that ball under control, Seydou. Couple of touches, still got the shot away. We'd expect Sommer to make that save nevertheless. Little check of the watch by the referee. And another. Here's Ayew, no extra time to be played at the end of the game, which finishes in victory for Ghana. They'll go into that match against Portugal next Thursday on a bit of a high after that 2-0 victory over the Swiss. A lot of changes in the second half, maybe broke the rhythm of the game, but Ghana certainly were the better team in the second half.